Alright, getting ready to roll out of here. You see the last of the clouds there. Shoot, what do I do with my keys? Got a little hail a little while ago. Out that ways out towards Silverwood, Lake Silverwood. I'll monitor the trucker band on the way home. So gas looks like I don't want to get stuck in snow. Get out this way. I got somebody watching me. Get this way. We got Toyota Tacoma. This guy was parked down there at the that guy was parked over there by at the trail earlier. So maybe he recognizes me. I don't know. I don't know anybody in a silver Tacoma, but he'd be a chance you see my videos and recognize my vehicle. Yeah, it is cold out here. Yeah, so I know a few of you guys are going to be heading out to the Mojave this weekend for Thanksgiving weekend. I would have loved to head on out there too, but I had some things I couldn't take care of. I'm still waiting for the cable guy. Guy never showed up yesterday, and had to get these tires. Yeah. So this morning, here I am. You know, I could head on up over the mountains that way. We're not expected to get a whole lot of snow, so I'm not too concerned about that. But the ski resorts have opened up, I think today. One opened up today anyway. And they're making snow. But you know, I'm sure the highway patrol's out on the mountain road going up there. I don't want to get pulled over for anything. You know, heading on out here, I was thinking, shoot, I don't have my insurance card with me. I mean, I haven't drove this truck for a while. The last thing I'd think about is my insurance card. It is registered and everything. It is insured. The law says you have to carry it with you. And that's just plain silly, right? I mean, these days in electronics, they can check your computer registration and everything by pushing a button. Why should you have to carry an insurance card with you? But I'd also get a ticket for no front plate, tinted windows, no covers on my lights. That happened a couple years ago. That's a $200 ticket. No covers on those lights on the roof. Yeah. Ooh, chilly. How bad it is. That was real bad right there. Anyway, hey, I'm out here working on the Bronco. This morning I got the top off,
Didn't take too long. I was already unbolted. I was just waiting for it to stop raining. Disconnect my wires. It wasn't too bad. As you can see, positive and a negative. They're both red, but yeah, one's positive, one's a negative, a ground. And these are my control wires. Run to my relays. It's simple as that. 4 sets of lights, 4 control wires, and spares. So, alright, so how am I gonna cut this thingy off here? I'm ready. I think I got it figured out. My main concern, or my main problem, was finding some kind of reference points to make a mark off of. I mean, if you look at the shape of this thing, it's not exactly nice and square, you know, with straight edges. It's round and curvy, so where do you measure off of? I measured some dimensions off another Bronco, but yeah, while we were measuring, I was like, man, it all depends on where you're taking your measurements from. Because it's rounded, you know, it's curved. This has a little, this is higher than that. We were measuring off this lip, but I don't think that's going to work. So my main thing was to find center. Never mind those dimensions. I'm just going to go off the center. So find the center. There's 3 bolts holding the Bronco top on. You know, 1, 2, 3. Measured from the farthest. Let's call that center, right? Even the screw holes line up perfect. So yeah, then I compared dimensions and everything. Looks good. So on the other top over there, yeah, I've got that hole. I can measure back. All right, this is going to be my cut. Even this hole lines up. So far Ford has, their dimensions are pretty darn good. They're consistent with their screw holes and stuff. On the other end, I wasn't too sure where am I going to measure from there. But there are several holes I can measure off of. So I just found the center of the, those there are for the sun visors. Did the math on those, and then I figured these holes on top, I guess it's for the some center console or something. And there's my mark, lined up pretty darn close. I'm not going to complain about that. I'll have a little room to work with. So that gives me my center. And then I measured out to here. And like I said, I can measure off of there. I got the screw hole that lined up perfect. And here's all my figuring out here. Yeah, I've been doing some ciphering. I'm in my 3rd grade education here. And then in the front, you can't see here, but there are some reference points. There's some trim little brackets that are, I guess, spot welded in here. Off center, there's one right here. There's another one at 7 3/4. So I go, well, there's my measurement. I'll measure off of here to that one, and then measure from that one, and then go back and double check on the double check if all that adds up on the other top. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm getting ready to cut. I think I got it all figured out. That's it right there. There's my line on the new top. As you can see, it's got, there's the hole for the top for the shell. What do you call it? So I measured over, there we go, and it lines up with that screw hole. Pretty damn close enough. And why I went off center was to cut this dent out here on that new top. And then on the other side, hope the sun's not going to give me any problems here, but let's see. Yeah, if you see right there where my thumb is, there's a little welded thing for the window trim. I checked the dimensions on there, and yep, they add up just like the ones on the Bronco. So I just went off that, went back, and everything seems to look good. I'm gonna whack that off. I already cut this one right here close. I can always get the grinder out and adjust it. This one here is going to be an issue. Then again, I might be able to go off these little things for the window trim, just for a reference point. That's the hardest part, is figuring out some kind of reference point. You got to have a starting point, right? Something consistent to measure off of. So yeah, and I'm getting ready to cut that right about now. What I'm going to use, I'm just going to use my good old skill saw right here. I think that'll do it. Zip right through there. Yeah, we'll see.